All right, y'all, here we go. We're going to attempt to draw a name tag in SketchUp so that we can 3D print it. So the first thing you need to do is open your Chrome browser. We're going to go up here and to the apps, slide all the way down, and find Google SketchUp. So we'll click on SketchUp, give it a second to open. Okay, we're like a minute and a half. Hey, here we go. Okay, we're gonna go create new. And this is what it should look like. So first thing we need to do is get rid of the scale figure. So we're gonna click on her and just hit delete. Now whoa, wacky. Your name tag is a rectangle. It's 3 inches by 1 inch by 1/4 of an inch tall. So we're gonna start with the rectangle. We'll go over here, click on rectangle. We're left click to select all these things. So left click rectangle. We're gonna start here at the origin. We're gonna left click at the origin and just drag this out. Now you'll notice down the bottom right hand corner, these dimensions. So we're gonna drag this out and just go 3, 1. And that's 3 inches by 1 inch. And you'll see it's really tiny. So we're gonna zoom way in here so we can actually see this thing. All right, there it is. Now we wanna extrude this. We're going to use the push-pull tool. So we'll click left on push-pull, select the top face, and we're going to pull that up. When we pull it up, give it a direction, type in 0.25 or 1/4, either way. And now we have a volume that is 1/4 inch tall by 3 inches long by 1 inch wide. Okay, next step. We're going to use this tape measure tool. And we'll select tape measure. And we're going to come in here and select one of the edges. Okay, so when you get this little red box, we're going to left click and we're going to drag that inward. We want it to go in 0.25, so I can, or sorry, 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to type in 1/8. And I'm going to do that on all 4 sides. So go 1/8. You can also type in 0.125. Or you could select and see how it highlights a little pop up there. It says 1/16, there's 1/8, there's 3/16, and so forth. We want 1/8. So you can just set it, it'll snap to it, and left click. Okay, so those are called construction lines. We're going to use construction lines for accuracy. Let's see. Next thing I want to do, the corners need to be rounded. So I'm going to go to arc here and select the 2-point arc. I'm going to come in, I've got to select 2 points. So the first point, we're going to select this intersection point here, and then this intersection point here. And if it's already pink and it says tangent to edge, you can left click a 3rd time to set it. I'm going to do that on all the corners, left click, and if it's not pink, you've got to make sure it snaps to the edge here and says tangent to edge. If it's not, then you're going to get a weird corner. So tangent to edge, good. Tangent to edge. Oops. And tangent to edge. Okay. Now we want to push those out of the way. So I'm going to go down to push pull. Select that face and drag it down until it hits basically this bottom line. And it'll disappear. Select that edge. Just going to get rid of these corners. Now I'm using my roller ball to navigate. So if I hold it down, I can zoom, kind of pan around, and then I'm zooming out with the roller ball. So I'm zooming and sort of, I think it's called orbit. So I'm orbiting at the same time to kind of get it in the position that I want. All right, now we want to get rid of the construction lines because we're going to draw some new ones and we don't want to get confused here. So to do that, I would go to the eraser tool and then just go through and click on, maybe, there it is. Get rid of those lines, because we're going to draw some more. So go back to tape measure, and at the top here, at one edge, we're going to pull that edge in 1/4 inch, so 1/4. We're going to pull this edge in 1/2 inch, so 1/2. That crosshair right there is where we're going to draw the circle so that we can connect a keychain to it. So circle tool is under rectangle here. Click on circle. We're going to go click on the center first, and then it's going to ask for a radius. So down in the right-hand corner here, it's asking for a radius. We want a circle that is 1/4 inch across, so our radius is going to be 1/8. So I'm type in 1/8, and then we want to push that out of the way. So go push pull, select that circle face, and push it down. So you can keep going, but we just want to go to the bottom face. So we want to just click on this line right here, and we've got a hole. Okay. Again, delete your construction lines. You can select them like this and hit the delete button if you like. Okay, next thing, we need to offset. So we're going to go push pull, and then down at the bottom here is offset. We're going to offset this edge. So I want to just select the face. We're going to bring that edge in. I want to bring it in 1/16 inch. So type in 1/16. That gives us a little extra line around there. Now we're going to go back to push pull. So now these two faces are different, right? We want to select the center one and drag it down 1/8 inch. Okay, and that's it. That's the body of your name tag. We're going to add some text to it here in a second, but first I want to select, so use the select tool here, select the entire thing by left clicking and dragging a window over top. Select that whole thing, right click, and tell it to make a group. Basically what that does, now if I click on it, it's all one. Okay, I can still edit it. If I double click, I can still edit individual faces, but I don't really want to at this point. So now we're going to go back to the circle thing here and go down to the bottom, and we're looking at 3D text. So click on 3D text, put your name on it. The height should be about 0.5, and the text extrusion is 1/8. So 1/8, hit OK. And then we're going to drop our text in to that little hole right there. So it needs to say on face in group. If you're not on the right face, it's just going to not work so well. So click on face in group, and that's what my name tag is going to look like. Last thing we need to do with this is go to outer shell, which is this one right here. We're going to left click outer shell, and we're going to click first this solid, left click, and then click your text. And that's just going to make all that one piece as well. So now it's totally ready to print. We just need to export it. So we're going to come up here, and we should probably save this thing, huh? So let's click on Untitled, and we're going to save it to your drive. And you want to name it, you want to put your last name and then, or first name, I guess it doesn't matter, and then put name tag so we know what it is. So save that, I'll save here. Now we can export it. Click on the 3 bars, go to download, go to .stl, not skp. A lot of people mix this up. Please go to STL. See, it even says there for 3D printing. So click STL. It's going to download it. Where's it going to download it? Not sure where it just downloaded it, but wherever it just downloaded it, email it to me and we will try to get it 3D printed. Okay, that's it. Thanks.